Welcome to ToxicGeeks.com Reviews. Justin here, and today I will be reviewing the anime movie In This Corner of the World. Here's a brief synopsis of the film. In this corner of the world follows a young lady named Suzu, who in 1944 moves to the small town of Kure in Hiroshima to live with her husband's family. Suzu's life is thrown into chaos when her town is bombed during World War II. Her perseverance and courage underpin this heartwarming and inspirational tale of everyday challenges faced by the Japanese in the midst of violent, war-torn country. This film shows that even in the face of adversity and loss, people can come together and rebuild their lives. This was probably, well, the year's not over yet, but this is probably going to be the best anime slice of life movie for 2017. At least that was released finally in the US. I believe this movie came out last year in Japan, but it was good. It was really good. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the same type of tone, but not as dark as Graves of the Fireflies or Barefoot Gen. This is a little bit more of a character study of the everyday people. While Graves and Barefoot Gen did show the effects of war with everyday people, this is more of a focus around just a family trying to survive and how they're going to deal with certain situations, like, for instance, the bombs are, the alarms of the bombs coming up, waking them up, and they have to relocate because they think the bombs are going to come. Rations, dealing with lack of food and proportions and having to deal with that situation. And of course, the family dynamic of the situation of, other family members coming in, moving in with them because their place got bombed, and just family conflict all around. And I like the character of Suzu. She's a very strong, dynamic character who changes over time and grows. When we first introduced her, she's a little girl. She's a young girl. She's shy, really naive about life. She just wants to draw and be an artist, and that was her passion, was drawing and capturing things. And when the war comes, she gets married. Somebody asks for her hand in marriage. She was 18. She gets married, and next thing you know, she's moving in with her husband's family. And the great thing about this is that I will want to say this is that the characterization is great. The voice acting is also spot on with what they did with the anime film, and the performances are done with such flair and respect for the time period, and very emotional at times too. I would say if there's anything negative, and this is not on me, I'm just talking for other people in general, the pacing might kind of kill the vibe for a couple of people, because the pacing, it's a build up, because the day the bombs are going to happen. If you look at history, you know what day the Hiroshima bombing happened, and it just keeps going, and time jumps, and you're just wondering, okay, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And by then, you're so invested in the characters, and you really don't want these bombs to drop, and you don't want nothing to happen to the family or anything else like that. So when the bad stuff does happen, and the family has to get together and persevere and get through this, they don't hold back when it comes to that. It's not as graphic, like I said, as Barefoot Gen. It's not as graphic as Grave of the Fireflies. It doesn't go too deep into the darkness of war. This is more of a character study of how war affects a certain person, and how war can divide a family, or how war can bring a family together. It touches on various themes that could be relatable to today's world as well. And I thought the writing was brilliant. Animation wise, I'm a big fan of the animation. I did like it. I thought it was well for the tone that the animation was going for, and for the film, then the script that was going for it too. I did like the use of the colors. I would have preferred a little bit more of a graphic tone, but I think they're probably catering this towards a little bit more of a younger audience. But I would have loved to see a little bit more darkness with such a dark tone when it comes to World War II, especially Hiroshima. Overall, it was a brilliant film. I loved the slice of life. I loved the character of Suzu. She was wonderful. I thought she was the highlight of the film. And just to see her remain strong, all that she's been through, and the way she keeps her family together and keeps the family engaged, and just just trying to survive. It was a brilliantly done film, well crafted. The music I have to talk about, nice score, composition, use of pianos, strings, classical music. Um, and also just cinematography too. We rarely talk about the cinematography in anime, but there are certain shots in here. There's this one shot where she's actually drawing the scenery, and the way the background is, it really does look like such a beautiful HD type of painting. And the way the use of the colors are, and that flows with the background and the textures, I thought it was a really great shot. When you see the film, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Overall, you guys, this was a great film. Pacing was a little bit slow, it'll take a little bit to get into, but once she moves in, once she gets married, and side characters are good as well. I do have to comment on one side character, her sister-in-law. Oh man, her sister-in-law was such a pain to watch. And you would think with the way the world is going on that her sister-in-law would be more understandable. Her sister-in-law was such a uppity, selfish woman. And I was just like, oh my goodness, please get her off the screen. But she leaves, but then she comes back and everything else. But you know, your heart goes out to what the sister-in-law had to go through as well. And you know, overall, everybody has nice characterization. Everybody has enough screen time for you to actually connect with the characters. The pacing, I enjoyed the pacing, but some might not enjoy the pacing, so be on the lookout for that. Voice acting is good, music is good, tones fit well. So I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a good anime film. It's a nice slice of life, probably one of the best slice of life we're gonna get this year. That's gonna be released in the US for us. So this is Justin from otakugeeks.com saying check this out. Later days.